It's Luddite. Yeah. Okay. So for anyone who's into astrology, I'm going to share a story as to why Aquarians should never be with Cancers. Okay. That's not part of the story. Okay. So, it's February 2023. I'm in the operating room, about to administer anesthesia to a patient. The room is dim, with a projector casting shifting hues of reds, greens, and blues, like the northern lights, undulating across the walls. A faint scent of lavender lingers in the air, while a cover of George Harrison's All Things Must Pass plays softly in the background. I hold a Tibetan singing bowl above my patient and guide them through a meditation. A resonant tone fills the room, vibrating gently as they drift off to sleep. And just as they do, my phone lights up. It's my lawyer. I open the message and my stomach drops. It's an email from my ex's attorney, accusing my friend of harassing her while picking up my belongings at my house several days prior. And to my dismay, her lawyer threatens to contact a district attorney to revoke my bail. And I freeze. My whole body locks as I picture the police storming into the hospital to arrest me in front of my coworkers who know me as the calm, trauma-informed anesthesia provider. But what they don't know is that 2 months before, I was arrested. I was charged with something so outrageous, it felt like I was thrown into a real-life mashup of Gone Girl and Tiger King. And the person who set it all in motion? My partner of 9 years. I was launched into an existential abyss, which, for the record, is not as poetic as it sounds when you're actually going through it. So let's go back 2 months. December 21st, winter solstice, shortest day of the year, but the longest night of my life. I'm leaving the hospital. Just another day at work, driving home. I try to call my partner. Goes to voicemail. I send her a text. No response. I call a friend to talk to him about a fight she and I had 9 days prior. I'm a mile from my house, and then I hear it. Doof, 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 doof. A helicopter. A searchlight drops down. It's waving back and forth. I'm on the phone with my friend, looking around my car going, holy shit, there's something happening. I look through the moonroof, helicopter overhead, and then, boom. The light drops right on my car. Seconds later, 4 cruisers surround me, 2 in front, 2 behind, doors fly open, officers leap out, guns pointing, shouting, get out of the car, get on your knees. The fuck? I'm lying on the street, heart pounding, frozen, still in my scrubs. I'm in shock. And strangely, a voice in my head is also going, I'm supposed to be at work tomorrow. I'm taken to the station. No answers, no charges, just officers being procedural. I'm cuffed to a bench, silent, awaiting further instructions, but also wondering, why a helicopter? And why the guns? I steady my breath, slow my heart rate, ground into my body, and I'm doing everything I can to not freak out. This has to be a mistake. It has to be. Or maybe it's not. Maybe this is what love turns into when you hold on for too long. Is this what I deserve? 9 days prior, our connection fractured. But in the days that followed, it felt like we were on the mend. Botanical gardens, Korean barbecue, visited my mom in Florida for 5 of those 9 days. There was no hint that something sinister was being set in motion. Cuffed to the bench, I keep waiting for someone to say it's a mistake and that they're gonna let me out. But they don't. I'm taken to an interrogation room. A detective sits across from me, My Miranda rights finally read, and I still haven't been formally charged. That's when things start to shift. The air thickens, the walls feel closer. It's not just the room. It's them. The way they're talking to me. Something inside of me is screaming, this isn't a misunderstanding, it's a setup. They're collecting evidence to build their case. I've never been in this situation before. Should I have a lawyer? You don't ask, you invoke your right. Okay, I'd like to speak to an attorney. Interview's over. I'm taking a booking. I'm handed a pair of extra, extra large blue jail scrubs. I'm a small, by the way. Then they tell me the change. Now I'm really confused because it was no longer, this can't be happening. It was happening. And then the paperwork, my belongings confiscated. It lands like a punch when the deputy says to me, with no emotion and no eye contact, "You're being charged with attempted murder." On the outside, I'm still. But inside, it's like a tidal wave crashes through me. My body disappears. My entire life is going up in flames. You want the truth? I did it. No. And I beat the system, so fuck you. Just kidding. No, I was stuck in a relationship with someone struggling with addiction. And I couldn't see it. Because the truth is, I was addicted too. Addicted to her, addicted to our life, addicted to the idea that love meant holding on, no matter how much it hurt. There were the promises to quit, the AA meetings, the Al-Anon meetings, the therapists. We had 5 at one point. And for a while, the drinking would stop, things would settle, hope restored. But then, the negotiations. Just half a glass, you'd say, I want to check in with myself. And this cycle of hope, relapse, repair would repeat on and off for 9 years. And I felt trapped. We were both adults. I wasn't trying to control her. It wasn't my place to stop her. But I knew how it would go. Half a glass now, a full glass next time, then we're back to the bottle or 2. And every time the response would be, I'm not even drunk. And slowly, the ground would start to give way again and again. And I'd be standing there to pick up the pieces, waking up in the middle of the night to the alcohol-induced migraines, holding her hair back, cleaning up the mess, whispering, it's okay, even when it wasn't. Standing in the kitchen on a quiet Friday night with no warning and being told, get the fuck out, like I was a stranger. Laughing with friends over dinner, and the next moment, being told, don't fucking touch me. And the table goes silent. I'd apologize, force a smile, pretend it was normal. I was the caretaker, the one who stayed, because I thought that's what love meant. In sickness and in health, right? And I used everything I had, my background in trauma-informed care, my meditation practice, emotional attunement, not to heal, but to survive a love that was destroying the both of us. And on the night that lit the fuse, 9 days before the arrest, it wasn't just alcohol. It was a needle, and she was gone. Again. And it wasn't the first time this happened. And in the anguish of that discovery, I was forced to confront the harsh reality that I was no longer the one who cared for her, but the one who was enabling her. And eventually, it erupted in a way that changed everything for the both of us. And that broke something in me I've yet to put back together. For 9 years, I made space for the complexities of our love. But in the end, all that tenderness was weaponized into the unthinkable. 8 days at the Twin Towers Correctional Facility, $1 million bail, $400,000 in legal expenses, 8 months of court dates, of limbo, of shame. And still, some part of me thought, this is my fault. This is the love I deserve. Remember that email? The one that sent me spiraling, afraid I was about to be arrested again? Well, it didn't happen. A third party reported my ex had harassed my friend, not the other way around, and it became one of many turning points that revealed a pattern of falsehoods, which led to the case being dismissed before reaching a hearing. And after all of it, the hardest part was I still loved her. So yeah, I am guilty. Not of attempted murder, but for participating in a dynamic that became so dysfunctional. In some twisted, inevitable way, what happened was the only logical conclusion. And when I share this story, people rush to defend me. Your ex, they say, is a bitch. But she's not. She was in pain. The reality is, the bitch was me. The one who stayed too long, who thought love meant enduring, who confused devotion with self-abandonment, and yet that same bitch is the one who got me through it. The one who sat on the floor in jail meditating, hand on heart, hand on belly, whispering, we're not staying here. We're not becoming this pain. We're coming home. It's been 20 months. The charge dismissed, the record expunged, the reckoning complete. And every time I play that singing bowl in the operating room, I'm reminded of what it took to survive, to come home to myself, which meant learning to love the parts of me I abandoned. And now I sit with them, and I remind them, this is the love you deserve. The kind that stays. The kind that says you don't have to prove anything. And like the George Harrison song I play before my patients drift off, the darkness only stays at nighttime. In the morning it will fade away. All things must pass. All things must pass away. And I let it pass. One patient at a time. One breath at a time.